Hey everyone, Mike Bowen, Division President, Elevate Home Loans, Inglewood, Colorado. Hey, listen, today's Friday, we're a little casual, and I wanted to shoot a video and talk a little bit about the different types of mortgage company setups and why they might matter to you. I'll tell you my story. Back in the day, I worked at a couple different mortgage companies, and sometimes I was basically happy, but I also didn't know the difference, meaning I didn't know what else was out there. I didn't know there was other ways to do business. So I assumed I had the best setup. And when I moved, I later found out, gosh, I was really missing out on some tools that helped me to become more successful. So I thought I'd speak to that a little bit. I think to me, if you're at a mortgage company, number one, you need a mortgage company that makes you feel valued. Number one. Number two, I think they need to support your vision. It's all different for all of us. Your vision is different from mine. You need a mortgage company that embraces what your vision is in your business, how you want to build it. And I think lastly, I think providing you resources that allow you to be successful. And that's the part I'm kind of talking about today. Resources are how things get done. In-house underwriting or processing versus centralized. Do they sell their loans? Do they service their loans? Are they a broker? All of those things have advantages and disadvantages. And I think that's important to note. So 3 different ways that you see mortgage companies structured, and that is being a broker. The other one is being a correspondent lender. And then third one is being a mortgage banker. So let's talk a little bit. Brokers, it's true that, they say, hey, brokers can shop it out and they can find the best interest rate. And I think there's truth to that. That is true. They can shop it out and maybe they can find the best interest rate. But here's the thing to remember is a broker packages up the file, sends it off to a centralized underwriting processing center that may or may not know them very well. And so there is a bit of a lose control scenario there, meaning they might work with them all the time and have a decent relationship, but then again, they may not. And it's being shipped off. Their hands are not on it. It's certainly not being handled in-house. And that can be a scenario where if something goes wrong, very hard to get a hold of that underwriter that may not even know your name or has never worked with you before. So can be limiting when you start dealing with problems on a file or challenges. Let's put it that way. And that's what I see as maybe a good and a bad of being a broker. Correspondent lending, a little bit different. You are underwriting in-house and making decisions in-house, perhaps, if you have in-house underwriting or local underwriting. But once again, correspondent lender is going to be sold to another third party, and therefore there could be some extra overlays. There could be a tighter underwriting expectation because of that. You're not keeping the loan. You are selling it off, and you've got to kind of live by that investor's rules. So that could be a little bit limiting in terms of the way you do business. So it's important to remember that. Still a good way to do business. Both are. But I think those are the limitations. I think of a mortgage banker, and this is why I set up Elevate Home Loans as being a mortgage banker paired up with NFM lending, a well-established mortgage banker. The reason why, to me, that was the best scenario to build a business, build volume, build a team, realize my dreams and my loan officer's dreams, is because to me, I didn't give up anything. Meaning I can broker. Sometimes I go a correspondent channel because maybe they have the best pricing. And I can live within those guidelines, but I also have my in-house core product that we may retain the servicing on, and I just know that there's some flexibility that goes with that. Sometimes we can't do it here, but hey, if we're going to hold this loan, then I might get some extra flexibilities that I just wouldn't have otherwise. And so for me, I don't want to give up anything. I want to give myself the best chance for success. I want to make sure my salespeople have every tool available. And that's why we're set up as a mortgage banker. To me, the best scenario for me to kind of realize my dreams and help others realize their dreams. So important to know, if you're in a place where you feel like, hey, I got everything, at least I think I have everything, maybe it doesn't have or doesn't hurt us to have kind of a non-obligatory conversation about, hey, what is different and would it help your business? And I think that could be a good thing we can do, and I'm more than willing to do that. So listen, let us know if we can help you. I hope you have a great Friday. Talk to y'all soon.